Okay, I have control.
You have control.
Okay, so we're going to do soft field takeoff.
Okay.
There's going to be no obstacle for today,
Okay.
for this takeoff. So if there's no obstacle, where do we want our flap setting?
Then we can have it 10%.
10%? Or 10 degrees?
10 degrees.
10 degrees. Yeah. There's 10 degrees flaps.
Yep.
Okay, and check left, check right. Both down at the same angle, which is good. Hold full back pressure. There's going to be a slight crosswind input.
Okay.
Because of the fact that the winds are left to right across the runway. No braking as we take position. Charlie Quebec is taking position runway 25, departing the circuit. So minimal braking. You can do no braking, no braking.
Okay.
Now I'm holding full back pressure. As I roll onto the runway, make sure my nose wheel's straight. As I slowly apply full power, the nose wheel is going to pop up.
Yeah.
See the nose wheel's off the runway?
Yeah.
So now I'm releasing the back pressure, a little bit of right rudder, and the nose wheel's just hovering. See, I've lifted off. Now I release the back pressure, and now I'm adding forward pressure to maintain ground effect.
Yeah.
And now I'm in a cruise attitude. I can now climb away. And if there's no obstacle, I just put my dash on the horizon for my climb out.
Okay.
And then at safe altitude, positive rate, flaps can come up, and I maintain my nose up attitude.
Okay.
And now I coordinate and point my nose into the wind to counteract that drift.
That was kind of fun.
Yeah.
I feel like a helicopter when you're doing that.
Yeah, and I kind of kept this in ground effect for a little bit longer than need be, but, you know, I want to accentuate the fact for you.
For sure.
But that's just it. You go from popping a wheelie to lifting off in the nose-up attitude to releasing the back pressure and pushing your aircraft into a cruise attitude while maintaining a wingspan above the runway.
Yeah.
And then once you hit the cruise attitude, you know you've got enough airspeed to climb away.
Yeah.
Charlie traffic, Charlie Mike Quebec is joining left downwind for runway 25, full stop.
City Light traffic, this is Cessna 172, Foxtrot Delta Lima Hotel at 2,000 feet north of Chilliwack Mountain, inbound for touch and go.
Runway 25 active.
Delta Lima Hotel, thank you.
They're by Chilliwack Mountain, they're still a ways away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so on the downwind checks, everything looks good, gauges are green, fuel's on both. And I'm crabbing into the wind.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Beam the threshold, power back.
Okay.
And yeah, like we were talking about, I'm going to set a little bit higher than 1500 RPM.
For sure.
And it'll decrease, hold the nose up. I don't have to be so aggressive. I know when I drop my flaps. Be transitioning, white arc. Do a forward pressure. There we go, flaps 6. And I'm waiting for 80. That's pretty good. Nose down, left bank. Power sitting right around 1500 RPM, which is good. Trim out the aircraft for 80. And on final, power is going to be 1500 RPM.
Okay.
When I go right before the flare, I want to put the power just above 1000 RPM.
Foxtrot Delta Lima Hotel.
There we go, full flaps.
Crossing midfield.
Retrimming nose down. Charlie Mike Quebec's turning final, full stop. Okay, turning early because I know I'm going to have to compensate for drift. Look a little high, I might have to pull some power out. Which is good if we're removing power. Because I want to be, yeah. And I'm just going to keep this power in the flare. So it's going to cause me to run a little bit long when I'm in my cruise attitude. But it's also going to help soften the impact on the main wheels and give me time to lower the nose.
For sure.
A little bit. Okay, I'll enter into my side slip inputs. Swing into the wind. I remember minimal to no braking. There we go, speed looks good. Power setting right now. Even right now, see how it's like 1200 RPM?
Yeah.
That's still good enough. Go through the flare, because we know it's a power setting less than endurance.
Yeah.
So here we go, power is going to remain in at about 1200 RPM. Nose down, cruise, eyes at the end of the runway. Takes a little while.
Traffic, Foxtrot Delta Lima Hotel, about to join downwind at 1000 feet.
And then see the nose wheel hasn't touched.
Yeah.
And as I reduce the power, I'm then now full back pressure on the yoke, and the nose wheel's just touched.
Yeah.
And you can feel how light it is.
Oh, very light.
If you were on grass, you'd want a little bit of power, because you can see how much weight you take off the nose wheel with a little bit of power to taxi around.
Yeah.
And you would hold this back pressure until you exit the runway.
Okay.
And wing or ailerons into the wind for our crosswind inputs.
Okay.
So here we go. Coming, exiting the runway, minimal braking. Try and do it with all rudder. Might need a little bit of brakes. That's it.
Nicely done.
And now you can relax a little bit.
Okay.
Trailer mic Quebec's clearly active. Flaps up, carb heat cold. Stand by. Yep, everything else is good. Do you have control?
I have control.